Today we're going to talk about cash offers and whether you should accept a cash offer. If you're watching this video or reading this blog, it's probably going through your mind right now, should I accept a cash offer? I want to sell my house. What's the best way to do it? By the end of this video, you will know for sure 100% whether you should accept a cash offer or not. Right. Who am I? My name is Matt Walsh. I am a cash buyer investor, and I'm also a realtor based out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I wrote the book on selling houses. No, quite literally, I wrote the books on selling houses, right? This is what I do. You can get free copies of this if you want, or you can buy them on Amazon. All right, so should you accept a cash offer on your home? All right, there are 3 ways that you can sell your house. I'm going to discuss those 3 ways, and then we're going to do a short 2-part introspection. You're going to look into yourself, a little 2-part questionnaire, and at the end of that, you will know 100% whether you should accept the cash offer on your home or not. So, there are 3 ways to sell your home. The first way is for sale by owner. Right? This is the most difficult, this is the hardest way to sell your home. You have to do all the marketing, you have to do all the sales, you have to do all the showings, you have to deal with the buyers, you have to deal with mortgage companies, you have to deal with, inspectors. But the return is you will likely get the most net money back. So you are trading work for money. If you can do that, that's awesome. I sold my house in New York for sale by owner. Granted, I'm an agent and I have a little bit more experience in it, but I said I have the time and the wherewithal to handle all of these calls and the negotiations, and I did it myself. You can too. I have my free for sale by owner guidebook and class. You can click down below and get it if you like. Okay, the second way that people can sell their homes, and this is the most common way, is with the services of a real estate agent, right? Are the services of a real estate agent free? No. Are they cheap? No. But what happens? The real estate agent comes in and takes care of all of the sales and marketing. They organize the pictures, the cleaning, they deal with all of the potential buyers, they answer the dozens to hundreds of phone calls. In most places, like here in Virginia, they handle the contracts. They handle all of the inspections and the appraisals, right? These are time consuming. It's not very smart stuff, it's not talking rocket science, but it's time consuming so that you can be at work, you can be taking care of your family, while the real estate agent takes care of all of the minutiae that it takes to sell your home. What is the trade-off? You will likely net a little bit less than a for sale by owner, unless you sell for a bit more, right, to offset the commissions. But you are taking a little bit less money, potentially, for the relief of not having to do all of the work. It's a service. Now, the third way that you can sell your home is to a cash buyer investor. A cash buyer investor is just another service, right? So when you sell your home to a cash buyer investor, what are they doing? They're doing all of the jobs of a real estate agent, and they're providing you with a couple of specific services, right? They're going to buy your home on your terms. What do I mean? If you sell your home for sale by owner, or you sell it with a real estate agent, when do you close and move out of your house? Pretty much that's dictated by the buyer. You can negotiate a window of time, but if the buyer says, I want to move in on closing day, and I want to close in 60 days or 90 days, you've pretty much got to move. A cash offer, a cash buyer comes in and says, when do you want to move? That's when you'll move. Okay? A cash buyer says, are you under the gun and you need to sell like tomorrow for, because of foreclosure or other time constraints? Well, we'll close tomorrow. You don't want to move for 4 months until you have, a place to move to? We'll close in 4 months. That is a big service that we as cash buyers provide, okay? And that's basically the 3 methods. You can sell for sale by owner, you can sell with the services of a real estate agent, or you can sell with the services of a cash buyer. Now, I just lightly touched on each, but you know the difference. Now, let's decide whether a cash buyer is right for you. The decision comes down to a 2-part process. At the end of this 2-part process, you will know 100% if you should sell your home to a cash buyer, or if you should choose a real estate agent or a for sale by owner method. Okay? Number 1 is time. What kind of time constraints are you on? To sell a house with a real estate agent or for sale by owner, they're pretty much very similar, except the real estate agent is taking on more of the work. You are looking at 60 to 90 days to sell your home. I'm talking about from the day that you decide to sell your home until the day that you close on it. In most places is 60 to 90 days, and that's if the sale does not fall through. What do I mean? Many times a buyer comes in and they have financing, and then they get to the closing table and the financing falls through because they lost a job, or they bought a car, or their credit changed. It happens about 30% of the time, and you got to start over again. Not end of the world, especially in a market like this where we're really hot and there's a lot of buyers. But you got to base your sales margin on 90 days. Must you sell sooner than that? Are you under the gun because you're moving for the military, or you got a new job somewhere else, or there's a death in the family or sickness, or you're facing pre-foreclosure, you just got the notice that you got the 30-day notice? You don't have time to wait 60 or 90 days or more to sell your home. Well, then you should probably consider a cash offer. Consider, like I said, ask around, get options, get quotes. Don't just grab the first one that comes along, but consider a cash offer. Secondly, how much do you owe? It happens a lot, and it's happened to me twice this week where I've come into people that owe more than what the home is worth. Okay? The home could readily sell with a real estate agent or for sale by owner for, say, $200,000, and they owe $200,000 or $205,000 or $210,000. Okay? This happens from a number of reasons. We can talk about that in another video. But if you're in that situation, you really can't sell with a real estate agent, or you can't sell for sale by owner, because even if you sold it for what you owe, you're going to lose money in closing costs. Okay? You should consider a cash buyer, because we as cash buyers use alternative financing, not just cash, okay, to purchase your home. We have a number of strategies that can save your credit and help you get out of your home. Okay? And lastly is the condition of your home. Okay? How bad is the house? Did you just inherit a house that's been vacant for 2 or 3 years and it's a complete mess, right? Got to look at the house and really think, is it livable? Is someone going to move in here and say, all right, you know, we're going to fix it up over the next 6, 8, 10, 12 months and we're going to be okay? Or is it really just a disaster? Okay? Because if the house is really a mess, who's going to buy it? An investor. So why would you list it with a real estate agent and pay the real estate agent commissions to sell it to me when I could just buy it to you directly, buy it from you directly, right? So that's, you know, your primary condition. So does it fall into one of these categories? Are you squeezed for time? Do you owe more than it's worth? Or is it in a horrible condition that is only going to be sold to an investor anyway? If the answer is yes to any of these, you should truly consider a cash buyer, because it's probably your best option. Let's just say you said no. You have all the time that you're not under the gun. You owe plenty of money to cover the debt, and it's in reasonable condition. It doesn't have to be updated. I just mean, you know, someone could move in and live in it right now. Then, let's move on to step 2 of this process. Okay, step 2 of this process goes into your feelings, right? Many people sell to investors not because they're under the gun for time, or because they owe too much money, or because the house is in bad shape, but because it's a convenience, right? Cash offers, investor buyers, are a service, just like a real estate agent. They provide a convenience. Is that convenience worth it for you, right? So what I want you to do is sit back and close your eyes and just think. Okay? I'm going to tell you some stuff. I want you to think about exactly how you feel. And just like back in school, right, when they told you, you know, your initial answer is right, don't change your answer, right? You would take a test and you would change your answer later on. You're like, oh, I had it right the first time. Okay, this is it. Your gut is always right. Close your eyes and think. Are you prepared to make your home available for multiple showings or for an open house, to let strangers walk through your home, even if it's only a couple of times? Does that bother you, or are you okay with that? Are you okay with having an inspection come through your house? Having, you know, a certified inspector spend 2 or 3 hours looking at every nook and cranny of your home, all right? Some people that really bothers. Does it bother you, or is it just part of the process? No big deal, okay? Does it bother you to have people walk through your home and pick things out that are, you know, bad or wrong, or I don't like this paint color, or why would they, you know, have a bathroom that looks like this? Okay, this is what buyers do, right? Does that bother you to negotiate the sale price of your home based upon things that they don't like but you love, right, in your home? Some people, whatever, this is just a transaction. Other people, this may be your home for 20 or 30 years and you take it personally, right? This is like a big thing. You don't want to deal with it. It makes you crazy. Okay? Does it bother you to have to deal with multiple real estate agents and, inspectors and showings and making your home available on a Tuesday night for people to come through and negotiating? Does that make your skin crawl, right? Would you be okay with someone coming in and looking at your home once and taking care of everything, even if it meant making a little bit less money? Open your eyes. What did you feel? Do you feel like it's worth it to have everything taken care of for you and close when you want to? Or does the normal sales process not bother you? Most people, 90% of people, the sales process doesn't bother them. It's a little inconvenient, but it's not the end of the world. You're going to show your house a couple of times. You'll have a couple of inspectors and appraisers come through and then it's over, okay? But for some people, that really is a very, very disruptive thing. They don't want their neighbors poking through their home and seeing, their home. They don't want people looking at all their stuff. They don't want strangers roaming around their house, right? You should consider a cash offer because we come in and we do it once. If you'd like to discuss more about whether a cash offer is right for you, if you still are on the fence, give me a call. I'll go through everything with you on the phone. We'll go through some numbers and we'll point you in the right direction. But chances are your gut instinct is pointing you in one direction or the other, and go with it. Whatever decision you choose is the right decision for you. Don't let any family, friend, realtor, or investor tell you your decision is wrong. Whatever decision you choose for yourself is the right decision. All right? Until next time, have a great day.